Over the past, we're coming up to our 5th year anniversary, I've had time to think about what we're doing here. And one thing that really sticks home with me, we're just here to make good beer and have fun with this. We want to show our community, and it's just a great time to get together with friends to celebrate that.
Years ago, before the brewery opened and was even a concept, Denny and Sandy had their basement converted into a small bar called the Lagoon Saloon, where they would just entertain friends.
The Lagoon Saloon, my home bar that my wife Sandy, she let me create this bar downstairs.
The place is my grandparents' old farmhouse, so the very first room we renovated was the basement, so this Lagoon Saloon.
It was just like a nice, fun spot for friends to come. We would just send an email out to everyone on Saturday where the lagoon is open, so come by if you want to have a pint. It was just kind of that every weekend place that friends came by.
Denny wanted his grand opening of the lagoon to be special. And at the time I was playing with Chris Rivard in a Bare Naked Ladies tribute band.
My buddy Chad, he kind of looks like Stephen Page from Bare Naked Ladies. I guess you could say that was like our first mystery concert. And we weren't even building a brewery, we weren't even home brewing at the time. This was just a fun event to invite 80 of our friends to.
Denny had us hiding in the sub pump room so that nobody could see us. And then he said, I have some good Canadian friends here tonight.
They come out singing the Bare Naked Ladies, and I think people are like, is that actually them? Like, it was so funny. And there's still some people to this day that they thought they saw the Bare Naked Ladies in my basement, so.
Broke into the old apartment. This is where we used to live. Broken hungry, broken glass, broken hearted, broken bones. This is where we used to live.
Beer. It's always been a part of my life. My Pepe from Belgium, if you know Belgium, they have great beer. I was really close to my Pepe. I golfed with him, and he unfortunately passed away in 2001. He homebrewed his whole life. I remember even going down, helping him when I was a kid. I go downstairs and look in the fridge, and there's his last stubby bottle of beer, and it's placed right in the middle of the fridge, and I'm like, that's kind of weird. Why would he leave one bottle in the middle of the fridge? Anyways, it was cool. I grabbed it, and I've had it in a box ever since. I think he left it there for a reason. I think he wanted one of us kids to be interested in beer, whether it's brewing it or, so I'm like, I'm gonna buy a book. I'm gonna see what this brewing beer is all about. And from that moment forward, I was hooked.
Denny and his brother-in-law, Dan, started brewing beer in their basement.
Yeah, we started, we got a Sapco set up from the States, went across the border, got it, set it up over in Denny and Sandy's basement there. I don't even know how many batches, we probably did a few hundred batches down there.
Giving it out to family and friends, and then at that point, they're like, you got really good beer.
We tried their products and thought, hey, maybe you guys have something here.
It was just fun to have a beer and just chat with people. We just wanted to create beer. We just wanted to have a little company for ourselves, but it grew way bigger than we thought. Started thinking about a business plan, and here we are, all these years later.
He was working, I think, for Dow at the time. He just randomly came upon this brewery in Amherstburg and talked to the owners quite a bit. He called me as he was leaving and was like, yeah, we need to rethink this and do it on the farm. Then I think I got on board a little more because I like the farm aspect of it.
This is a third generation farm, so this was Sandy's grandparents' farm. So they did cash crops like a lot of farmers around here. So the corn, the soybean, the wheat. This field was always rotated on different types of crops.
I became involved with the idea of the Red Barn because our kids approached my husband and I with the idea of starting a brewery and building it right from the ground up.
Family farm beer is why we're doing this, and to get our family on board was a challenge because it's a big dream that we had, and until it actually came to fruition, it's hard to understand, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? But we put in 100% of our time to this. The original Red Barn was on our property and it was deemed to go down anyways. I remember the first time that we wanted to announce that we were starting our own brewery. We went to the chambers in Chatham and it was the zoning night. The three of us, Sandy, Dan, and I went to the chamber and they read off that this family wants to zone part of their property as diversified agriculture to make a brewery. And so they passed it. There was no questions asked by the council members. So the next day I'm driving, I'm still working my regular job, and there's a phone number that came up on it. Said the local radio station. And I said, that's weird. So I just clicked it off and keep on driving, and it kept on calling, and I'm like, what's going on? So finally answered it, and they said, hey, it's we heard about your zoning application last night. We want to talk. And I'm like, about what? Like we're just making beer and we just want to open a brewery, but we're really excited for this. And it's like they had no idea of our concept, but it was just weird for me to know that someone was interested. And later that day, it was like the top story on the local news.
And ground has been broken on Chatham-Kent's newest brewery. Red Barn Brewery will be located at the corner of Middle Line and Lagoon Road, just outside Blenheim. Crews are in the process of digging a well to supply the facility, which will be Chatham-Kent's first farm brewery. The owners are hoping to have it open sometime next year.
Build a Barn was a program that we initiated before we even started building. We wanted to have the community involved in our project, and this was, I think, the most creative way we could have. We wanted people to be part of our project literally from ground up. And what Build a Barn was you would be essentially a sponsor and a lifelong member of our project. And luckily we had 50 families. We sold out all the packages that helped us get to day one, and it chokes me up just thinking about it because they didn't have to do that. And we see probably like 60% of our Build a Barn members every weekend.
Got involved with Red Barn at its infancy in Denny and Sandy's basement. Family and the Build a Barn family was important to me because of our friendship. I just really wanted to be involved in it, and I wanted my name on one of those tanks.
These people are just rocks for us. They're families that saw our dream and they wanted us to make it happen, and it's just, can't thank them enough for that, so.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
I think the well was the very first step, the most significant amount of money that we had to put into it, and just the risk of hopefully they find water at this certain point. Rumbles, they were the ones drilling, so they had just come in that morning. That was the biggest financial investment we would be doing in this project. And then I just happened to find this little plastic tip from an Old Port cigarette that my grandpa used to smoke. I'm not one for symbolism, and just finding that and feeling my grandpa was there and just kind of with me in the journey. Yeah, just kind of hit me, so.
The first day we actually broke ground, we had the local news stations out and the media, and it was still scary because we hadn't built anything yet. We're just putting literally a pitchfork in the ground with Darren, our mayor. It broke, and it was kind of like, is this like an omen? Like, is this gonna work out? It was so wet that year, and the build was really tough, but we started, and I'm watching from the house. We live next door, and we're seeing that we're moving dirt, and we're putting permacolumns in the ground for the structure, and we're on our hands and knees putting the in-floor heating coils in. It's raining on us, and we have no idea what we're doing as far as when is this gonna open. But I looked over at Sandy and I was like, what are we doing? Like, is this gonna be worth it? And from that point on, it was like, well, we gotta give her now. We're well into the process. And previously, for those years leading up to the zoning and the site plan, we were getting all the wood ready because we knew that to save costs, we're gonna have to do this ourselves. So Dan is actually milling logs every weekend after work.
Luckily, my dad has a portable sawmill, so my brother did a lot of the milling of all the logs, and then Denny stained them all.
There's a little over about 100 logs. It is fun cutting up logs. It's interesting, different way to look at a tree.
At the point that we had to start putting the wood on the ceiling, we were like 1,200 square feet short. I'm like, seriously? I've been doing this for 3 years and now you're telling me I have to do more. So we had to go get more logs. But I don't think people really know that it was 3 years of our life that we were just playing with wood.
My involvement in Red Barn really began as Denny and I's friendship blossomed. We became quick friends. Our Belgian heritage solidified that. As the barn was being built, I really wanted to be a part of the construction process and putting things together here. I happened to own a crane truck, and we used our crane to install the original 5 tanks. It was a really proud moment to see those tanks get taken off the truck and enter this beautiful building.
The red board, we were able to use a fair amount of that inside, as well as the beams from the old barn. They're the seats that people sit on. And then my husband made the whole bar out of the old barn. The roof, the beams, and the wood were used there.
When I do see people admiring the structure and stuff, then it kind of step back, and it does remind me of all the hours, all the time and work we put into it. And it is a very rewarding feeling.
There were so many people involved in the actual building. My dad was a huge part of it though, because he has experience with construction. He kind of took the lead on it. Tom Hoy, an old boss of Denny's, helped out as well, a significant amount. I kind of actually miss the whole building aspect of it, because just working with my dad and learning all this stuff was amazing.
Let's bring in our guest here today. Welcome to it. Here it is, the guys and gals from Red Barn Brewing in Blenheim. Let's introduce Dan English and Denny and Sandy Vervaet. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining us here in the show tonight. Now, this is an exciting time, obviously. Dan, what's the construction like? Where do you sit right now with the build, and like how close are we to opening the doors of Red Barn?
We're close to brewing beer. Still a ways away from getting the tasting room done. We got a bunch of the walls done in the tasting room, but we still got to insulate the roof and put all the boards on there.
We're coming up to our 5th year anniversary, and I think of when we first started, and it was right at the beginning of COVID, so that was certainly a struggle for us.
Night before, we went to the cooler. We just had 4 little stacks of beer there. We thought it was a ton of beer at the time, but yeah, it sold out in about 1.5 days.
The first day that we released beer, we were just selling it out the back. That was during the pandemic, and we just were able to sell retail to go. And I was just like, what if nobody shows up? What are we gonna do? Just very nervous. The fact that there was a lineup like all day and we ran out of beer.
Coming to the barn the very first time that was open to the public, walking through those doors, having been here during the construction phase was one thing, but seeing the place open to the public for the first time, I was in awe.
Farmfest 2021 was our grand opening.
Both Denny and myself, I think we were very overwhelmed at the attendance. It was awesome. It's just like, I think that was just post-pandemic, and there were so many people here. Just the fact that this was just a dirt field before, and now people are coming from sometimes a great distance to see the place.
We invited the local breweries to be part of this. This was a community hub, and I wanted the local breweries that were already existing to be part of our grand opening and serve their beer. And I remember people coming in and being like, why is the competition here? And I think that was neat for people to see that, you know, we're working alongside other breweries. And from that point, it was so successful that I went to the local breweries after and said, I want to do this again, but I want to create it as Brewfest CK, and that we can do it at each of our locations over next summer. And so that's what we did.
Coming to Red Barn on any given Friday evening, Friday afternoon, after work, you can see what this place means to the community. There are families, children, dogs, cats, everything, faces you've seen many times and many faces you've never seen.
The thing I'm most proud about is that the barn brings people together. Just seeing people from the community gather with their friends here, just create memories here. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of cool that we built this for people to make memories.
Hi, I'm Kevin Payton, and here visiting the Red Barn once again. I'm a Mug Club Life member. Cheers. I never knew Denny or Sandy's family until the Red Barn opened. I started coming in, nobody knew me, I didn't know anybody. I wasn't much of a craft beer drinker before I started coming here, so I led it up to the staff to pick out a beer, and the beer they chose for me was Sumac. For the first 3 months, I was known as the Sumac guy. They didn't know my name. I never really introduced myself. Halloween come, I dressed as Jesus. I won first prize, and then I lost the name Sumac guy, and then I was known as Jesus. That night, actually, Denny finally sat down with me and said, "Who are you, by the way? You know, you've been coming out here for months now." So I introduced myself. From there, we just grew as very close friends.
What makes it feel like a family atmosphere here at the barn is they're always giving back to the community, whether it's raising money for children's lunches at schools or giving back to the community in various ways. There's a great story where we had a snowstorm and they opened up their house and the barn and took in a family that was trapped. And now they've become part of the family here at the barn.
I want you to picture this, okay? You're at home, you're with your family. It's the night before Christmas Eve. You're gearing up for the holidays. There's a blizzard swirling outside your window.
I was downstairs with the kids. We were probably watching some romantic comedy because I lost. I have 3 girls.
Nice.
So go upstairs to check on the chili that I've been making. It was random that I even made a chili that day, like at 3 p.m. And at 5, I check upstairs and I hear like a tapping on the window. I thought it was like a branch, but I opened the front door and there's like a 6-foot drift.
No way.
And there's a woman standing there, like shivering, and she's hyperventilating. I didn't know what she was saying, so I had to, bring her in and calm her down and figure out what was going on.
Hello, Denny. Hello, Sandy.
We're really grateful for you guys. We spent a great Christmas because of you, and you are literally our Christmas miracle.
Their first language is French. So they were speaking English and translating, and their daughters speak really good English, so there was translation going on, and no, it was just nice to get them out of the cold.
Are you guys going to keep in touch? What's
Yes,
the
we
plan?
definitely will,
Yeah? What a story. What an incredible story. And for your girls, too, to welcome in a Christmas miracle, as they call it. How great, Denny.
All right, so I'm heading back from picking up some cans that are exploding. There was one of our licensees, they had been storing some of these cans in, they're like blowing up as we speak, into a warm storage closet. And they're not in good shape. So we just replaced it, and now I'm taking them home. They keep on blowing up and scaring the shit out of me.
I wasn't a huge beer drinker to begin with. I was really into the sours, but since then I feel like my style's definitely changed. Like King Chet would definitely be my all-time favorite Red Barn beer. Close to Uncle Dunkel. I really like that one too.
Howard Moon is still my favorite. The chocolate and the malty flavors in it.
The variety of beers we have is just wonderful. I prefer the fruit beers, actually. Steve, the gentleman that brews the beer, we never know what he's going to have us doing. I had my family together, and there was about 14 of us, and we went out and we picked the spruce tips. It's just that light green. And Steve needed 35 pounds, so it took us 3.5 hours to get that spruce tip that he needed.
I met Steve through the home brewing club that we were part of in Chatham. We had a monthly meeting that we went to and tried out our beers, and everyone would dissect the beers. And Steve's very brilliant with the science of beer, and when he studies something, it's pretty intense. And so I knew he was the guy to pick his brain of what we wanted to do with our next beers. What are we brewing today, Steve?
We are brewing a sour beer, which is a 2-day process. Because we first have to make the wort, and then we got to leave it in the kettle to sour overnight. Drinking beer is how I got involved in the industry, like most people. An appreciation for a beverage, I think, that has an amazing, limitless level of possibilities. I enjoy drinking it. That fascinated me because curiosity killed the brewer, I guess. It's kind of really representative of what I am, which is a mix of art and science. Making beer is like very, very technical, but also you got to have a taste and a feel for it. So both of those interested me greatly. And so I set upon reading books, brewing with some friends who were into it already, and then kind of getting a feel for how beer is made and how beer is perfected.
The three of them, it's such a good combo. Sandy does more of the fix-it construction kind of thing. My son is more with the brewing, and then Denny is really good at coming up with so many interesting and great ideas, new events and things to have at the barn.
The day-to-day for me is insane because I'm always planning for events later in the year, and the back and Steve, his team is planning to get beers in tanks, so it's a rat race around here. We are growing, and I think this is the year that we're really coming out of our shell, doing great things such as this, just talking and telling people our story.
The events that we've had out here, from mystery concerts to the Farm Fest, it's been incredible what we've all accomplished here.
Hasn't the pace been a moment, honey? Take a look at where we are. Haven't we made it, my love? Oh, honey, look how we made it this far. Hasn't the pace been a moment, honey? Take a look at where we are. Isn't the day so exciting? Oh, honey, when I wake up, I'm feeling brand new. All I can say is I look like new money, and the only thing I know is true. I owe it to you, you. I owe it to you, you. I owe it to you, you. I owe it to you. You shine like a ray from the sun. There's something people look for but never can find.
Welcome to Farm Fest, where we wake up early and stay up late.
This is Harwood, and we've had him at the barn before, and he's got this awesome song out with Jason McCoy. It's one of my favorites of his, but this would be pretty awesome to have him appear at the Farm Fest.
The Farm Fest is our biggest event of the year, and so many people look forward to it. They know it happens Labor Day weekend, and people have started booking their vacation around it so they don't miss it.
We've seen it grow from 2 musical acts in the first year to 6 musical acts, and bringing in bigger names as well as local musicians. We have a lot of incredible local musicians here in Chatham, Kent. But seeing how the breweries all work together and how large Farm Fest has become. Farm Fest here at the barn is one of the premier events in Chatham, Kent. It's very well attended. I look forward to Farm Fest every year. Nobody has a clue of who's at the mystery concert because that's our thing. I think it's going to take everybody by storm this time.
The idea of the mystery concert is you buy a ticket, you show up, and you wait for us to announce who's coming on stage. It's a concept that it's been done before. We're not inventing anything new, but we wanted to try it out here, and we sold out 150 tickets for our first one, and people just went crazy. Hey, what's going on here tomorrow?
Hey, we got the mystery concert going on tomorrow. We're looking forward to it. Nobody knows.
I remember the first mystery concert. Denny and myself took the stage to 150 people in here. Nobody knew We were reading the guesses on Facebook and Instagram, and most of them were incorrect. We would see the odd one, and we would be stopped on the street and people would ask us, who is it? Tell us, give us a hint. We said, you can guess, but we'll never tell. We've held fast to that always. And when Denny and I got on that stage and announced all the accolades, without saying the name of the artist at that point, please welcome to the stage the Trues. The explosion of the crowd was great. So when the Trues played that first song, Denny and I were standing at the end of the bar, looking at the crowd, listening to the music, tears in our eyes, hair standing up on our arms, looking at each other saying, we did it. We did it.
The idea of the mystery concert is not that you know who's coming on stage. It's just the thought that we're gonna put a really good performer in front of you. Maybe you know them, maybe you don't, but it's a great music experience. We want to get the intimate feeling of being excited and being in front of a band and hearing music, hearing new sounds you might not have even heard before.
It all happened so fast. Nobody's really sure. But somebody held the rifle. Somebody held the sack. And as fast as they were there, well, they were gone just like that. In a Pontiac.
So we officially know who the mystery band is for the 30th.
Yeah, it's actually these guys up here. So it's the Trues. They played our first one and it was so successful we ended up launching a whole series. Now, full circle for our 5th year anniversary on the road to 5, we are having the guys back for a full concert. Oh, it's Nick from the Trues. Let's see that. Hey Nick, how's it going? Hey, pretty good. We're closing in here, aren't we? Final stage is getting June 30th ready here, so we're just putting some passes together and figuring out the last minute plans.
We're getting there. We're doing it.
How many cans do you think you've done there, Larry?
What, so far?
In your lifetime here?
Well, that's a dozen here. But you talking total or what?
In your lifetime, how many have you done here?
My lifetime? I don't know.
He got started late in life.
Most days it's about 3,000.
Pet World.
The things we gotta do here.
We made it to 5 years and might as well have a good time now.
guys, we started this mystery concert thing a few years ago coming out of COVID, and the Trues were the first people to jump on board and help us out here at Red Barn. This is the hardest working band in Canada, coast to coast. Give it up for the Trues!
Right now, I really feel I am flying.
Red Barn has been a huge part of my family over the last 5 years. The great friendship with Denny and Sandy and Dan, it's been an honor.
And although you're so far, I really feel we're entwined.
These last 5 years have been amazing. I'd do anything for you guys. To another 5 years and many more. Cheers, eh?
I feel very proud of where Red Barn's come in the last 5 years. If you think about when the barn opened, we were not even allowed to have anybody in the building. It opened during COVID. And you go from seeing a line of people through the parking lot to the road, standing there waiting to get some of Red Barn's product. Beer is the staple of this place. We're on a farm and we're run by family, but we do make beer. And Denny always had a great saying. He says, every microbrewery that you go to, there's a beer for somebody. You just have to find that one.
Kinda choked up right now. I really feel you can hear me and get this wherever you are.
I'm really proud of them. They've done so much work over the last 5 years, and I couldn't be prouder of them.
We'll know when it's right for us.
Just the number of people here and positive feedback, everyone's smiling and having a good time. It's kind of cool that we built this.
This is a community hub. This is a place to hang out with your friends. This is a place to reconnect with old friends. Every weekend we'll see people coming in that haven't seen each other in years, but they re-met each other here at the barn, and they'll have a pint and they'll stay longer than they thought they would. And that's what we wanted to have here. We wanted this to not just be for us, but for the community at whole and all the different groups that come in here.